Okay.
Good evening. Welcome to the Potomac Curling Club's annual Junior Bonspiel. We have 4 games going on tonight. We're at the Potomac Curling Club in Laurel, Maryland. We have 2 streams tonight, and you're going to hear our audio on both streams. We're going to be mostly talking about the games on sheets B and C. Sheet B, we have Team Quesadilla versus Team Carlson, and Sheet C, we have the Philly Dream Team versus Team Stillop. If you're watching the A&D feed, you're getting the A is Potomac 2 versus the Spooky Sweepers of Haunted Houses. That's our developmental bracket. And on sheet D, you're getting the Sigma Moggers versus Team Davis. And if you're watching the A&D stream, you're going to hear our voices, but we're going to be talking about sheets A and sheets B and C. So you may want to mute us because we're not talking about your games. Here we go. Teams are getting ready out there.
Okay. So hopefully you can see Team B and Team C. You're on the BC live link. And if you are on the live link for AD, hopefully you are looking at all of our youth that are getting warmed up, taking a few practice runs, getting a feel for the ice tonight. Sheet A, as our developmental league, they're going to be playing 6 ends this evening, and everyone else will be playing 8 ends, or as many ends as time allows in 2 hours. Some of the rules tonight of play: 5-stone free guard zone and the no tick rule. For those that are familiar with the rules, no tick rule applies, and I'm sure at some point that will come up and we will talk about what that means.
Yeah, if it comes up, we'll explain it.
Do you want to tell them who you are? Who are you?
Oh, yes. We should have introduced ourselves at the beginning.
You have to put that close.
We should have introduced ourselves right away.
We should have said.
I'm Mike Steele.
I'm Laura Weiss.
We're your commentators this evening.
We have 0 experience. It's going to be a great night.
Oh, I have experience. You have 0 experience.
I have 0 experience, but I'm here for all of the other people that are watching that have no idea what's going on, because then I can ask a lot of questions and you can answer all my questions. So as I was saying, that the developmental games will only be 6 ends and the rest will be 8, or as much time as allows. There will be no ties this evening. And they have already all done a coin flip to see who is going first. And it looks like sheet B leading off. And this is Henrik Carlson. This is Team Carlson.
He's the skip on B.
And that's the red, and with Matthew Lappert, Luke Stanek, Rebel Kalborg West. Their nice first guard. Oh. Slow down, slow down. Okay, it's in the house. So this is Team Quesadilla with Cassie Harrison, Jasmine Argudo, Evie Abramson, and Emma Laufer. And they're going to be throwing the Yellowstones today for Team Quesadilla.
And again, if you're joining us late, We are talking about the game on sheets B and C, but our audio is going to both feeds. So if you're watching the games on sheet A and D, you're going to hear us talking, but it's not the games you're watching, so don't be confused.
It's a little heavy for yellow first stone on Team Quesadilla. Just letting you know that sheet A is Team Potomac 2, and if you're wondering who's on that, we have Simon, Natalie, Teddy, and Sam. If you're watching Spooky Sweepers, that's Evan, Daria, Maddie, and Caroline.
And that's Potomac 2 with the red stones, Spooky Sweepers with the yellow stones on sheet A.
And if you're watching sheet D, we have Team Davis, which is Jack, Jeremy Steele, who you know, Seth, and Wesley.
Know Jeremy Steele. I drove him here this evening.
It's hard when your son is playing on a different thing. We can't watch that one. We have to comment on this one. All right.
I might be watching sheet D a little bit tonight instead of the sheet I'm supposed to be talking about.
And lastly, the yellow Sigma on sheet D is Charlie, John, George, and Zach. So here we are. We're back with Carlson and Quesadilla on sheet B. On sheet C, we have Stilp, which is Freya, Sarah, Sahana, Becca, and Jess. And yellow is Philly Dream Team, which is John, Michael, and Gregory. Right, so it's on sheet C, Philly Dream Team is getting ready while Stilp is so close. Wow, great shot, Stilp. So on sheet C, red has 3 in the house. Philly is going to throw. This is their 5th stone, the first end. Ooh. Oh, so close. Still got a little piece of it there. Sheet B is also throwing their 6th stone. Quesadilla. Similar, both teams with 1 close to the button and 2 in the back of the house. Yellow is going to try and do a similar thing for Team Quesadilla that Philly Dream Team just tried, but
right, neither team has any guards out in front of the house. Usually your leads would put some guards, some stones up above the house, in front of the house to act as blockers for later in the end that you can curl behind and hide your rocks behind them so that make it harder to take out. But what we're seeing here in both sheets really, red's got 2 rocks in the back of the house behind their stone that's really close to the button. And what those stones are going to do in the back of the house, they're going to act like catchers. So they don't have a guard, but if anybody hits that red stone in the front, if they don't hit it just right, it's going to fly back into those catcher stones and not out of play.
All right,
so
red.
You can't, it makes it hard to run one right back.
Might get a
on
guard
sheet
here.
C, yellow's going to try it right now.
Might get a guard over on the sheet B. Nope.
Oh, they did it. But they had to hit it on the side to angle it out. They couldn't run it straight back because of those 2 rocks in the back.
So sometimes the ice is so different in the beginning of the game, and it changes as the
Yes, it can start off slow in the beginning of the game and maybe speed up as the game goes on, as people sweep more, as the rocks break down, the pebble on the ice as we play longer. So part of the reason sometimes we don't have a lot of guards in the very first end, the teams are both kind of feeling out the ice, figuring out, is it fast, is it slow, what speed do I need to throw to get something in the house versus get something as a guard. But now we're getting up to the we're getting up to the Vice Rock. We're on the Vice Rocks already. That's the third thrower in the order on sheet C.
Looks like we have a good guard coming on sheet C. Great throw.
Yes, if you're watching the A and D stream, sheet D has a couple of red rocks as guards in play.
Let's see what Philly does with that guard, how they're going to navigate that on sheet C. Looks like they're going to try and get behind it.
They do have that high guard to come around
They
now.
do.
But still, with a guard that high, you can still draw around that pretty easily. But it would prevent a hit right up the middle.
Right, back to Team Carlson on sheet B. Again, looks like we're trying to get a guard or something right.
This is their Vice's first rock.
Just gonna
It's
touch.
going to slip. Oh, it's going to slip just past the tee line back to those catching rocks in the back. So Carlson still has the one rock that's closest to the center, the button. That's counting. He's scoring 1 at the moment if this holds up. But Quesadilla's got the second yellow rock that's second closest.
Looks like she's calling the hit.
Yes, they're going to try and
hit it.
They're going to try and pop that red rock in the center off to the side. They don't want to run, again, they don't want to run it straight back because it'll run into their own yellow rock. They're going to try and hit it on the side and chip it out. She's showing with her broom where she wants the rock to go after the hit.
This is Quesadilla. They have 3 more after this one. So let's see what she can do. Good weight.
Here it comes. So they
Good
have the
weight.
line to hit it right at the right angle.
Oh.
No. They hit it right on the center.
Needed to.
Ran the red back into the yellow, so it didn't clear it out. Red's still the closest, but now it looks like yellow might be number 2 and number 3.
So the way it works with scoring, for those that aren't familiar, whoever's closest gets the point.
And only one team can score here. So if red's closest, red scores and yellow gets nothing. So Carlson here, they're going to want to try and get that other yellow stone out of the way, so hopefully they can score 2.
Right. Carlson looks like he's trying to do just that, actually. He's got to curl a lot. Try and squeeze it between those two. A little wide.
Up, sails through. So on sheet B, yellow, Quesadilla, they have the hammer. That means that they get to throw last this end. They determine that by coin flip at the beginning of the game, and then it'll alternate. Whichever team scores in this end will lose hammer. The other team will get to go last. And having the hammer is a really big advantage. Going last, obviously, you can throw your last rock, it lands where it lands, and nobody else can hit it out. So when you have hammer, generally your goal is you want to try and score 2 points. And if you don't have hammer, as Carlson right now, Carlson does not have hammer, they want to limit that. They want to try and maybe steal the end, score a point themselves, maybe force the other end to force the other team to only get 1 point. But right now, Carlson's got the rock that's closest to the center.
Here she comes. Trying to get a second one. Closer to the button.
They might just slide past their
own.
own.
So close. I think it's still red, yeah?
It's still red. And we're up to the skip stone. So the skip is going to throw the last 2 rocks of this end, and their vice is going to take over holding the broom in the house for them.
So you see Henrik was you see him coming back. He's wearing the blue jacket. He was the skip, which means that for most of the game so far, he's been standing at the end, calling the shots, holding the broom, and now he comes back. The vice goes down and replaces him so that he can take the final 2 shots.
So that was hammer on sheet C, 2 yellow. Philly Dream Team taking the lead on sheet C. This is Ken, by the way.
Oh,
just
hi,
hopping
Ken.
in a few minutes.
Welcome, Ken.
Just in case you thought Jeff, Mike's voice suddenly changed there or something. But
I've heard him do voices.
Yes, Ken's been standing next to me the whole time, helping me with the technical side of this.
Looks like he's trying to put up a guard, maybe, yeah?
well, I guess that was
On sheet B.
well, and on sheet D it was 3 yellow. Oh.
All right. It's guard. It's still got room on sheet B. I think yellow still has some room to do something with that. He probably wanted it to go a little bit further. All right, on sheet C, we've got a nice guard coming up. Philly Dream Team just put out their first rock, so that's their lead's first throw. Put out a good guard. Guard, again, is what you want in the beginning. You want your lead to throw something to help defend the house. You'll hear them calling out numbers. They are telling the skip at the other end where they think that rock is going to go. So she just called 3-4 on sheet C. Still, she thinks that's where it's going to stop. I think it's going to go farther than that.
They're going to drag it around into the house. Nicely buried behind that
Wow.
yellow guard, all the way down to the white ring.
Great job. That was beautiful.
If you're new to curling and you're watching this, the houses here, they're red, white, and blue. Each of those bands is another 4 feet. So that red band in the middle, we call it the 4-foot circle. It's a 4-foot diameter. The white band goes out to an 8-foot diameter, and the blue band goes out to a 12-foot diameter. So if we talk about the 4-foot, that's the red circle. If we talk about the 8-foot circle, that's the white, and the 12-foot circle is the blue. So that red rock for Team Stilt is very nicely buried. You can see it's in line behind that yellow guard. It's half in the 8-foot circle. That's a very nice place to put your first guard, or to put your first rock in the house.
Let's see. And so now they're throwing their second. Their lead is just throwing their second Yellowstone for Philly Dream Team. Let's see what they're going to do. Oh. Oh, so close.
Right through.
Right on through.
Back on sheet B, Henrik Carlson getting ready to throw his last rock of the end. He's currently sitting 1. He's going to try and, looks like he's throwing a hit to try and clear out both of those yellows. He's trying to get a double.
And again, it still leaves yellow. There's not really a
Sweeping hard
guard.
all the way down. Nope.
No.
In fact, he hit his own out.
Now yellow is sitting 2.
Now yellow has 2.
And they have hammer.
And they have hammer, so they they get the last shot here. That's why it's a big advantage. They have a chance to put a third rock in that red 4-foot ring and score 3 here. That'd be a big start to start this game off.
Over on sheet C, they just put a second rock again right behind the guard. They've got 2 in the house.
Can't read the live chat from here. Do we have any particular fans down there?
Yeah, we have a couple fans logging in, cheering on their teams. All right, last shot coming up for Team Quesadilla. This is the skip, Cassie Harrison. She's got the last rock here. She wants to put a third scoring point in that 4-foot circle.
And if you're one of the developmental fans on sheet A, it's also the last rock for the last red rock, the hammer rock and red rock. And so trying to draw here in on sheet B. Looks okay so far.
They're cleaning in front of the rock. They're not hard. They're not sweeping hard.
Looks kind of heavy.
It's a little heavy.
Yeah.
And it's going to slide too far through.
Yep. So 2.
2 points for Team Quesadilla.
And over on sheet A, the red draw goes a little wide. So what is that sitting on sheet A?
So sheet
Sheet A
C
looks like it's going to be 2 reds.
Sheet C now has 3 in the house. Just squeezed their third rock right between the 2 they already had in the house. Again behind that yellow guard. If you missed the shot before that, the yellow I think was trying to get in the house, didn't really have a lot of curl to it. The yellow is going to try again. Philly Dream Team on sheet C. Looks like they're going to hit.
They're trying to hit that red rock in the back of the house.
Yep.
It's coming a little narrow. It's going to chip that top red instead, and it squirts through to the back.
So hits and it rolls out of play.
Still, they got rid of 1. That's still a useful shot. Maybe not what they were aiming for, but still good to get one of those rocks out of the house.
For those that are unaware, we have some teams here that are Potomac teams, but we do have teams that have traveled from out of state. And Team Carlson is a Potomac team on sheet B.
Well, it's a mix.
Yeah. Are they a mix
Henrik
of?
Carlson's from our club,
Okay.
but some of the members of his team are from other clubs. The same with Team Stilp. It's a combination of players from several clubs.
What are the age ranges of the players?
Well, the games you're watching on B, C, and D, those are going to be kids who are between 12 and 18. The developmental bracket over on sheet A has some younger kids and some late elementary and early middle school age kids on sheet A.
Another hit coming in on sheet C. Looks like they are going to get the one on the back this time.
There
They
we
got
go.
it that time. So red still has 1 rock in the house. Back on sheet B, Carlson and Quesadilla are getting started again. What they're doing right now,
he
they're
put the rock
replacing rocks.
Can you tell them why?
In each end, if you get a guard, which is a rock that's between that dark blue hog line and the top of the house, so in that whole big white space at the top of the screen that you're seeing on the left.
Where the yellow rock is, right?
Where the yellow rock is. For the first 5 rocks of each end, you're not allowed to hit the other team's rocks out if they are in that guard zone.
You can hit your own?
You can hit your own, but you can't hit the other team's out. So because that yellow rock got hit and went out, they replace the yellow rock, they take the red rock out of play.
With that guard zone, when we say taking that yellow rock out, it means completely out of play. If they would have bumped it anywhere that it was still in play.
Yeah, you can bump it. You can promote it. You can bump it up into the house for them, and it's still in play.
Unless
you wouldn't want to do that, but you can.
Right.
Unless the guard is.
Unless the guard's touching the center line, and then it's another rule called the no-tick rule, which we haven't seen come up yet.
We'll see it. I'm convinced. Those are the rocks that I like to hit. Other people's center line rocks.
Over on sheet C, we're pretty far into the end now. They're playing much faster.
Well, they started earlier on sheets D,
yes.
C and D also. So
pacing is important though, because you want to be able to play as many ends as possible. So there's a strategy to.
Both teams, yellow just threw their sixth rock, or their sixth rock now. Team Stilt is getting ready to throw their sixth rock.
So every player throws 2 rocks. So this would be the vice.
Except on sheet C, where one team only has 3 players.
That's right. So when they have 3 players, how do they do that?
When you have 3 players, the first player would throw 3 rocks. The next player throws 3 rocks, and your skip still just throws the last 2 rocks. And
oh, fantastic. Look at that shot.
The vice Sarah throws a really nice rock right around, directly under cover of 2 guards, right into the 4-foot. Team Stilt has hammer, which means they get to shoot last in this end. And so they're looking to score at least 2 if they can. Philly Dream Team doesn't get one of those rocks out, Stilt might have a chance to get 3. And it looks like the call is they're not trying to hit this time. They're just trying to draw in. They're trying to throw on sheet C.
Oh, sheet C. I think sheet B, same thing, yeah?
Yes, sheet C, they're looking to draw into the house, not hit.
A little heavy.
It's a little heavy, but if it hits the red, it might come to a stop. But it just misses it and slides through to the back.
Sheet B also a bit heavy.
Yep. Both sheets throwing heavy.
And also different sides of the ice are going to behave differently. So the skip is trying to figure out how the rocks are responding to the right or the left side of the ice. Sometimes they're dead spots. Sometimes there are places that the speed just changes or the curl changes.
All right, we're up to the skips rocks now on sheet C. Frey is about to throw her first rock. Looks like she's trying to draw another rock down into the house behind those guards.
Yeah, I think they want to finish this end at an advantage.
Yeah, they have a very good position right now. And they're going to start sweep.
It's a good line.
They want to get that rock down to touch the house.
Very, very close.
Will they get there?
Yep.
Just gets there, but that counts. As long as it's touching the blue paint, it counts.
And if you can't quite see it at home, but the rocks are rounded on the side. So even if the round part is across the blue paint.
And you can't always tell if it's really close. You may not be able to tell from the overhead cameras if it's really in or not. The cameras aren't directly over the centers of the houses. So sometimes our view is not the view directly looking down on that stone.
Got a better weight.
On sheet B.
Here we go on sheet B.
Carlson's trying to get that rock into the 4-foot, and he does.
Wow.
Right above the tee line. The
That's what he wanted last time.
The tee line is that black line that bisects the house horizontally. And strategically, you want it right where he placed it, above the tee line. You don't want those. You don't want your early draws to go behind the tee line. It makes it easier for the other team to come down and use you as a blocker, and then sit closer to the house themselves.
Another
Over on
fantastic
C.
shot on C. Wow.
Yeah, Philly Dream Team has put a yellow rock in the house. Looks like it outcounts that second rock. So still has one rock that's scoring.
Right, so she is looking
Yeah,
at trying
she
to
wants
chip that
it.
yellow one out of there.
She's taking a look at the angles right
Right.
now to see where she needs to hit that yellow rock to
Oh,
pop
yeah.
it out.
Without jamming on one of the red ones.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, she doesn't want
hard.
to run it into her own red. This is the last rock of the end. If she can hit it, she can get 3,
She's
maybe 4.
Moved over a little. Freya wants a little bit more. A little wider. See what she can do. It's tough with those guards. On sheet C.
Here comes the rock. They're calling off, no sweep. Slides right past the guards. And now they're going to,
All right, so they got it. They pushed it back. It's hard to see if they got enough of it.
Yeah, she actually, I think she
yeah,
hit the
she,
brim with a rock a little bit and tried
she
to
knows
put
what
it
she
back.
did. Yeah, she, no, she swept before it crossed the tee
Oh,
line.
before it crossed the tee
So
line.
I think
okay.
they're giving a little back. I don't think it made much of a difference on that rock,
Yeah,
though. It was
you-
going so slow.
Yeah, you're not allowed to sweep the opponent's rock until it touches the tee line.
The tee line is right through the center, so it has to be in the back of the house before she's allowed to touch it.
So clearly red scored at least 1 on sheet C, and now they're taking a closer look to see, and they're saying it's red. Red was the closer, so it's going to be a score of 2 for red. 2 for Team Stillop.
Ties up the game on sheet C. Here on sheet B, it's still got, they're just finishing up the vice rocks, I guess. So,
Looks like they're going to try and
oh, on sheet
Chip
D, I didn't
theirs
see what
in.
happened on sheet D. They finished.
Yeah,
the
they've
men
cleaned
there.
up on sheet D.
We'll have to wait till they hang
I
the
didn't see
scoring.
what happened there. Again, if you've joined us late, you're hearing us talk. We have 2 streams right now. We have sheets B and C going, and we have another stream for sheets A and D. And you're hearing our voices on both of those streams, but we're primarily talking about sheets B and C. So if you're watching the A and D stream, you might want to mute us. Otherwise, you'll get confused because we're not talking about your game that you're watching.
we love your game, but we're not talking
I'm
about
kind
it.
of watching sheet D because my own son is playing on sheet D.
Oh, how's he doing? Oh,
It looks like yellow
down,
scored
right?
again, so
uh-oh. Maybe then we should pay attention to B and C.
yellow over there, the Sigma Moggers. Looks like they scored again. We'll have to wait to see what score they put up.
All right, so back on sheet B. Looks like Carlson's trying to get another one in. It's a little heavy. Yeah. It's not ideal. Again, it's in the back of the house.
Yeah,
they
slipped,
can bump it out,
slipped
but
back to the back of the house.
still in there.
But I think Team Quesadilla is going to be primarily concerned with that higher red. And it looks like they're talking about running their yellow straight back into the red.
So on
They don't
sheet,
have on sheet
sheet D,
D.
they hung two yellow.
They hung 2 yellow on sheet
Now, I
D.
thought it was really interesting the other day learning about how far back to hit this rock, right? So to get this yellow that she's going to try and run that back, the amount of feet that you want to push it back or how far you want to push it back, how much harder you have to throw it. It's really incredible to try and get a double or a triple, the amount of weight that you have to get behind these rocks.
Yes, so if she's going for this, not only does she have to hit it with enough force to run it back into the red, she's got to hit just the right angle. She's got to hit just the right spot on that yellow rock. can't hit it right on the center because it'll go straight back and miss. You got to hit it a little bit off to the right so it comes back at an angle to hit that red.
And if you're at home watching, her broom is off to the side because in addition to that, it's going to curl. It's not going to go straight. So factoring the amount of curl in the ice, how hard she has to throw it.
Over on sheet C, I think we were wrong about the score. They've hung only 1 point for Team Still up in the second end.
Okay, yeah, we saw them push
So
the
it's
red
2-1
one toward the middle.
They pushed the red one towards the middle, which is usually the signal for people watching that that's the one that was closer, but I think they were just clearing the rocks.
Oh. All right, sheet B, it's a little narrow. She got...
Fortunately, that red rock
there we
slid
go.
through. She didn't add more damage to the end.
And she
red
did
rock popped
cleared
out.
out the guard, so it's not all bad. Because
Yeah, she did clear a guard. She did clear a path to get into the center. But
she's got one more rock left, so one more
It
yellow
is-
rock
but
left.
Carlson has hammer here.
Right, he's got two
He's
rocks
got a
left.
big advantage having 2 rocks left to throw. He can try and put another one in the house. It looks like that's what he's trying to do. It looks like he's trying to put another one into the right side of the house.
Or maybe just biting to kind of be a little
Yeah.
bit in the house,
If
but
it
also
comes up a
blocking
little,
the draw.
yeah, if it comes up a little short, it at least plugs up that hole so they can't throw the easy hit with Quesadilla's last rock.
Well, you do see now more guards on both sides as they're getting more familiar with how the ice is behaving.
Right, here comes Henrik Carlson with the 7th stone.
All right, well, it looks like it's time for me to get out of here, so I'll be back for
Thanks,
the 9
Ken.
a.m. draw, and goodbye for now.
Thanks, Ken. Now we have to watch a lot more things at once. We'll miss you. And he gets it right between.
It's coming right between. Is it going to make it to the hallway to the house? Yes, it is. Just into the 12-foot. Very nice.
Over on sheet C, Team Stilp has a nice setup with 2 guards.
They do have a nice setup.
that-
They've got 2 guards, and they've got one underneath, really protecting the center of the ice. That's what you want to do when you don't have hammer. You want to clog up the center of the sheet like that, make it hard for the other team to score.
Looks like, is that one red? It's almost touching the center line. One of their guards.
One of their guards on the right is touching the center line. Very nice guard placement for Team Stilp there. All right, team over on B, they're still talking about this will be their last stone of the end, so they got to make this count. Lining up, looks like they're lining up to try and hit their own yellow one back again. They do have a clear hit. They could try the open hit straight through all those other rocks to hit that center red.
I don't think that's
But
what she's
that-
doing, though.
Their rock probably would not stick around in the house if they did that, and Carlson would still score a couple. So instead, they're going to
running.
try and run that yellow rock back into the house.
You think
and-
they're going to try and draw it behind or hit
I
the other red?
I think they're trying to run it into the red just enough to nudge that red back about 2 feet. And then the yellow rock would stick there in the 4-foot circle
It's a good
itself.
weight. It's good.
So here comes the shot.
It's a good weight.
They're just starting to sweep. Trying to hold the line, trying to get that angle just right.
Did she get it?
And
oh.
no. Pops off the wrong direction.
It's a good effort, though.
So now Carlson has 3 rocks counting right now, and it's his last shot. So he has a chance to score 4. And he's lining his Vice's broom up. Looks like he's just going to take a very simple draw, try and put a 4th rock into really anywhere in the red, white, or half of the blue ring. He's got a big target to get that fourth stone in.
Over on C again. Red.
Red
Two
has
in the house.
another rock in the house.
2 guards. And
yellow has no rocks in play.
we're going to try and throw one just a little tap. I'm going to try and tap theirs back again, I think.
Yep, they're trying to tap that one back just enough to get another rock in the house.
3 with a guard.
And the one they shot with sticks around as another guard.
It's a really great setup. Now they still have the right side here.
Yeah, nobody's played the right side of the ice there, so there is still a draw to the right side. But Philly's going to try and hit that red rock on the left. They do have a clear line of sight to hit it.
Heinrich Stone on
Yep,
the
here comes Henrik Carlson's last rock. He needs to get it just past the yellow.
Oh, he does not.
Just
so
4 or 5
close.
inches short.
Oh.
So that's going to be, he's still going to go at 3.
Still great.
That's still a big end.
Everybody comes back. No. Whew. Keeps the margin really close, though, on Team B, a 1-point game.
If you're watching our Sheet A and D live stream, Team Davis trying to hit that yellow rock out of the house. Oh, just slides past, missed by an inch.
All right.
Okay, well, while they clean up Sheet B and get ready for the next end, over on Sheet C, we're up to the Vices rocks.
3 in the house, 2 guards. So will she block up the right side? It looks like she's gonna try and jam
Looks
up
like they're
the
trying to
side
put
again.
another,
Yeah.
just jam up that side of the ice, make it hard
It's
to
a
either
little
hit.
heavier.
I think they would like to get it to the house and maybe tap that red back a little bit closer to the button.
Oh, man. What a shot.
And importantly now, that red rock that they tapped back is undercover. It's behind a guard now. That makes it very hard to hit directly.
Now remember, if you're watching at home, all of the red, yellow just needs 1 rock closest.
Looks like they're setting up to try and get rid of some of those guards this time. He's lined the broom up like it's going to be a hit.
Really is the final shot of their vice before the skip throws the last 2 rocks, and it is going to be a hit. And he takes out 2.
He gets 2 of the rocks out, and
job.
the rock
And
he
he holds on
threw
to one.
sticks around on the edge.
That was great. Well, now there's a lot that can happen because we do not have the guards. A little more vulnerable for Team Stilt. Is she going to put up another guard to protect her shot? What do you think?
Well, where the broom is, she's coming around on the left side again.
You think she's going to guard?
It looks like she's trying to put another rock into the house. And if it comes up short and it's a guard, that's okay. But I think she's lined up to put another one in there.
Seems like a guard.
Sweepers are on it early.
Gotta hold the line.
They're trying to get it
Got a lot
around
of
that
curl.
guard. Looks like it's going to
Hit, yeah.
It's going to hit that upper guard. Maybe a chance to, nope. Doesn't hit with enough force to hit that other guard back into the house.
I don't think she wanted that, but it does.
Still in a very strong position.
But now Philly Dream Team, their skip. and Vice talking about what they want to try. The first of their last 2 shots in this end. Over on sheet B.
Phillies skip John Cooney is taking his first shot. Rock number 7, here it comes. They're calling for this. They're sweeping hard. Can they get it into the 8-foot circle?
No.
Not quite.
Sheet B, Quesadilla's got 1 in the house. Paulson has a nice guard. A little far out, but a guard is a guard. Gonna try and bump Quesadilla's rock out. Does he get it? Yes, he does. It's a great hit. Both teams here is a 1-point game. It's exciting.
Team Stilp has the broom way out to the left. They're going to try and draw another rock around into the rings. Philly has the hammer, though, so Philly's going to get 1 more shot to try and get 1 rock to outcount all of these.
A little heavier than she wanted that rock.
It's a little heavy, but it does stick around. And it is...
It's closer than the yellow.
It's closer than the yellow, so now she has 4 red stones closer than that yellow stone. Philly has 1 stone left to try and get something into the middle of that.
So are they going to run their yellow back, or are they going to draw in?
They're going to try and draw in. They're going to try and draw around. And if not score themselves, at least try and cut Stilt down to only 1 or 2 points instead of 4.
Okay. It's got a curl.
It's a little heavy, and it's not curling as much as they wanted it to.
Nope. Oh. It's through.
Does push 1 out.
Yep. So that's going to be 3 for red.
It's going to be 3 for red.
So as you're listening at home, you might hear the players yelling calls. It is a very loud room with 4 games going on at once. It's very hard to hear what's going on. So sometimes you're looking to your skip at the end who has an arm out to the side, trying to show, for example, on sheet B, she's trying to show where she wants the rock to go, where she wants it to end up by using her broom, using her arm. They call out as loud as they can as they get closer, give updates on the speed. But communication is definitely key, which some of these players have not played together for very long if they're coming from different places. So part of night 1 of the Bonspiel is learning a lot of their communication, right? And how they're going to talk and work together.
All right, sheet C is getting back underway.
Like
We're on the Vice's rocks in sheet B.
Great sweeping on sheet
Matthew
C.
Lappert.
Move that rock.
His first stone at the end. They're trying to put one right in the top of the 4-foot circle. They want this to land in the top of the red. You can hear them yelling, sweep hard.
He wants it in the house.
Sweeper's working really hard to drag that rock the last couple of feet.
Right behind the yellow guard. Well done. So on sheet C, one of the dangers here of having something in the house is that it just opens up the other team to hit your rock and then leave theirs in the house, right? So it's a strategy, right?
Yes, so there's without a guard, the free guard zone doesn't exist, so you can go ahead and you can hit any rock that's in the house, even in the first 5 rocks.
It looks like what he's going to try and do, right? He's going to try and hit this rock.
And he'd like to have his yellow rock stick around.
Right.
The danger is that you hit it and your rock spills out to the side, or you miss.
Or you miss it. Oh, just like that.
With a big lead, though, that's not a bad strategy when you don't have the hammer.
Right.
Because if you
force
can force the other team into a hit, that prevents them from scoring a lot of points to catch up.
Well, and you don't always know if your lead can hit. So here we go.
Yeah, everybody thinks leads just have to throw guards, but not true. You need leads. Leads really need to be able to throw whatever is called.
So she's gonna try and put one right in the house or just in front of that one she has right now. Let it curl, be a guard in front. Trying to get the
Henrik's
line.
putting the broom. It looks like they're lining up to just tap that yellow back out of the off the button and put their own back behind cover.
Perfect guard on sheet C right in front of their rock. And he gets it on sheet B.
Yellow rock does hang around at the back. That red stone at the very top of the house.
More of
well,
it,
the bottom on your screen, but we would call that the top of the house from the skip's view. That's now the closest rock to the center.
How many rocks do we have left?
Still 4 rocks left to throw.
And that can happen. You can have a 0, a game 0 end, right? No one gets
You can have
point.
an end with 0. Nobody gets points. The team that had hammer keeps hammer.
Is there a strategy in going for 0 sometimes?
There is. If you have hammer and it's an empty house and maybe you're only going to score 1, you might opt for a 0 instead. That way you keep hammer and you can try again to get 2 on your next shot, on your next end. Team Quesadilla with another rock heading down. This is their 7th rock of the end. And it looks heavy. It looks like it's going to slide the whole way through. We said at the beginning of the game that the ice might be a little slow when you first start out, but by the time you're in the 3rd end, 4th end, the ice is probably sped up a little bit as teams have played on it. So some of those shots that maybe would have stopped in the 1st end are now going to slide through the back.
On sheet C, looks like he's trying to hit. Got that, peeled the guard out of the way.
They did get that guard out of the way, opened up the house. Not a bad strategy when you have hammer. Clear up the guards. Keep the center of the house open so that you can draw down to the center with your last shot.
Now, it may look like it's really far away over here, but on sheet B, there are 2 guards that are in the way, right out in the front. They look like they're farther away, but from our line of sight on sheet B. He does have to work around these 2 guards.
And they are both lined up. Each team has a guard protecting the other team's rock.
Far away, but they are very much lined up.
It does prevent the really direct hard hit. You can curl around them to get a lower weight hit.
Looks like he's
but
trying
it's
to
harder.
draw in around the other side. Got a curl. Looks like he's
Now
going
they're
to get
both
it.
sweeping, trying to get that rock down to the house.
They got it. They got it.
Past their own. All the way,
Wow.
almost to the 4-foot. Very nice rock placement. It's about half undercover, so it's possible to hit it, but it's hard. It's a hard shot to go after that.
Like Team Quesadilla is also going to try to draw in. Again, really tough. This is something you see people try to do in practice where you're trying to line the rocks up one just a little farther away, drawing behind the most recent rock. It looks like she's going to try and draw into the center. I guess a happy accident could be, you always plan for your plan B, right? She could hit the rock.
You always want to have a plan B. You always want to talk about, this is what we want to have happen, but if you're going to miss, this is what could happen as a good plan B.
You can miss well.
Yes, you can miss well, and you can miss badly. And so you want to line yourself up for shots where if you miss, it's going to be a good miss.
Even our gold medal Olympian was saying, miss well, because you will miss, right? So you want to make sure that your miss has just as much of a good side effect. So if she hits this red stone and it's not...
This is her first rock. She'll have another shot after this.
It looks good.
Sweepers are on it.
Question is, does it have enough curl?
Still sweeping. Can they get it? They got it around.
They got it. I think that's
no, but they hit the
not
red rock
quite
closer.
hard enough. Yeah. Needed a little bit more oomph. But it's hard because you're judging, you want to get the curl and the speed, but the faster that rock is going to go, it'll curl less.
And because their rock hit and bounced a little bit out, it's not under the guard at all. So Carlson has the open opportunity to hit it out. This is Carlson's last rock of the end. The yellow rocks have hammer. They get to go last.
It's a good line.
Sweeper's called off.
It is.
Hits it right on the nose, runs it right out the back.
That's 3. So yellow has one more to throw.
They have one last shot to try and get something in the house. A side effect of the hit that Henrik Carlson just threw is his rock is now blocking the path to draw straight into the center now. It's still possible. They could still come in at a tighter angle and hit the red and stick around. They're also looking at the double. They're also looking at, can they hit that red that's off to the right, just the right angle to hit the red in the back and have both pop out.
Yeah,
very difficult shot.
Yeah.
Now I think they're just,
but see,
they're looking at tipping off the red and bouncing their own yellow into the house.
There are a lot of outcomes too, because you're also trying to stave off 2, and they might try to just hold it to 1. So if you can't get it, try to keep red from getting 2 points.
Yeah, now it looks like they're setting the broom, that they're just going to try and draw, maybe a heavy draw in to try and hit that center red.
So they're going to hit the one just between the blue and white.
If you're watching our sheet A and D feed, Spooky Sweepers put a rock right on the button. They're celebrating.
It's our developmental sheet. They're going to play 6 ends. They're on the most junior here today. We are commenting on sheet B and C. If you're just joining us, we are talking about B and C, though you can hear our voices on sheet A and D. Here we go. Sheet B is final throw for Team Quesadilla.
Comes. They're sweeping it all the way in. Nope, now the sweeper's called off. Now they're going again. Oh.
Oh.
Could not get around that guard.
And that is 3 for red.
That's going to be 3 for Carlson.
It's a good effort, though.
Over on sheet C, we're up to Skip's rocks. Phillies skip John Cooney about to throw his first rock of the end, rock number 7 for yellow. And once again, Team Stillip has a lot of rocks hanging around the house, but that whole right side of the sheet is empty.
Try and draw into the center, it looks like.
Looks like he's throwing maybe a heavy draw to try and come back.
Maybe touch the red.
And touch the red rock in the back, but he's got to get around this high guard first.
Sweeping for line. Does he have it?
Nope, he's gonna wreck into the guard. This rock does bounce into the house. It's now out counting 2 of the red rocks, but red's still got 3 out counting him. This will be red's last rock of the end for Skip Stillip.
Sheet B throws one right down the center into the house. First stone for their lead, and now it's Team Quesadilla's lead.
Nice guard. Yo, Greg. You're not the Phillies. If you win a shot, this game's very good. You're not the Phillies, bro. You're not a Ryan Kirk.
Oh, it's slowing down. Oh, I don't know if Sheet B is not going to make it.
All right, sheet C, here comes the next to the last rock of the end. Red's gonna try and, looks like they're just trying to put another rock into the house. I thought they might try and hit the yellow out, but it looks like they're gonna be content to let it sit there and just try and get their own extra rock in. Slowing down nicely. Right to the tee line. A little past the tee line.
Wow, great shot. So over on sheet B, if you are watching and following Quesadilla's first throw, their rock didn't make it to what we call the hog line. That is the blue line you see straight across. If a rock does not make it past that rock is no longer able to be in play. Sweeper sometimes can push it just past and it can be a good guard, but kind of died halfway down, so she's going to try again, their second rock.
All right, over on sheet C, this is Philly Dream Team's last rock of the end. Even though red has a lot of rocks in that house, they do have a chance to come in and run right next to that center red stone and score 1.
Just got to kiss that red, right?
They just have to tap it right into that red. They got to keep it going straight.
Hold the line.
And it's curling off into the pile.
So rolls in a little, though.
Rolls in a little bit. It still looks like it's going to be 4 for red.
4 for red.
Back on sheet A, if you're watching our other feed, that yellow rock is still sitting on the button. And sheet D, they've just finished up the 4th end. Looks like Sigma Moggers scored again. They're going to put some more points up on the board. Sheet B, Team Carlson gets that just into the 12-foot circle.
A nice guard out front, too.
Well, they're all kind of in a little tight cluster. You could hit that top one and pop both of the back ones out. That's a little aggressive for this early in the end. Looks like Team Quesadilla is going to try and just draw around and put their own rock behind that pile of reds.
For those that are joining us, if you're just tuning in, we are commenting only on sheet B and C tonight. Occasionally, we'll be able to share some things that are going on sheet A and D. Our voices are on both feeds, but we are just commenting on B and C as the primary games this evening. We're playing 8 ends. We're well into the game here. This is the second hour of play. The game started at 7. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes of play, or 8 ends, whichever comes first.
Over on sheet C, the teams are starting their 5th end now, trying to put up some guards to start the end, so they'll have something to work with later.
Ooh, little fast.
Oh, yeah, Reds.
Real heavy.
Reds was heavy. It slides right through the house.
Now the difference of a guard versus going through the house is you can't tell at home, but it is such a subtle difference in weight between something.
It's a difference of tenths of a second.
Tenths of a second.
How fast you slide out from the back line to the hog line that affects whether that rock's going to stop in front of the house, go to the center of the house, or go all the way out the back of the house.
I don't think you can say that enough. Tenths of a second.
It's tenths of a second, yeah. Maybe a half-second difference between a good guard and a rock that slides the whole way through.
So can you give an example of a time for a good guard?
So a good guard at this club on our ice, you know, the rock sliding from the back line to the hog line as you let go of it, maybe 3.8 seconds will get it a guard. Maybe 3.6 seconds slide will get it to the center of the house. But 3.4, 3.3 slide is going to send that rock all the way back to the far hack. Here on sheet B, Team Quesadilla has the hammer again, but Team Carlson is the one that already has 3 rocks in the house to start out.
right in past this pile. Don't think they're going to get past. Nope. Yep, did not think that's what they were hoping for. Had a lot of curl.
For people watching the sheet A and D feed, over on sheet A, the Spooky Sweepers on the scoreboard. They scored 1 point in the third end.
Another one that went really fast through sheet C. I think the ice is definitely faster than it was. Harder to get those guards on sheet C right now. Fifth rock over here for Team Steele, who is up 8-2.
Looks like they're trying to hit that rock in the back of the house. Philly has the hammer, meaning Philly will get to shoot last. And it looks like Team Steele's strategy is going to be try to keep a very clean house. They hit the guard. Not plan A, but also not a terrible plan B. Philly really needs to try and score multiple points, and without a guard now, that's going to be very hard to score more than one.
So over here on sheet B, Red just peeled behind this whole pile. They drew right behind it, and they have something right inside, right in the center. It's a really great shot.
On C, Philly's trying to put another rock in the house on the other side.
Again,
will it stop?
Heavy.
Oh, just barely heavy. Look, it just lands about 3 inches over the back line.
So both the teammates that are throwing and the skip are trying to gauge how the ice is changing throughout the game.
You can see a bunch of them using their stopwatches to time rocks. And you can see as the time goes on, as you play end after end on the same ice, the speed will change.
So because of
C, Team Steele up, trying to get that yellow rock out the back again, sweeping hard, and goes past again.
So will they give more or less ice as will the curl change on the ice throughout as well?
Curl doesn't change as much. The curl will be
About the same?
about the same. It can be a little different on one side of the ice or the other, depending on how much you've played on it. Philly Toontown has another chance to try and get a rock in the house on the opposite side. With no guards to hide behind, this is a strategy you can use. It's called splitting the house. You put a rock on both sides of the house. They already have one on the left, as we're looking at. If they get one on the right, Team Steele is going to want to hit theirs out, but they can't hit both of them if they're on opposite sides of the house. This one looks like it's not going to make it to the house, though, but they do have a guard again. They have a guard to work with again.
Over here on sheet B, it's a little heavy coming in. I think he wanted to have another one draw behind. Just a little bit too much weight.
Ice speeding up now. We've said that a lot this end as everybody's draws are just sliding through the backs of the houses. On B, Team Steele, we're up to the Vice's rocks. They're going to take another shot at that back yellow one.
There they go. They
They got it that time. Their rock rolls out, and the house is empty. Again, Team Steele doesn't have hammer. They're up big. They're not really looking to score. They're looking to prevent Philly from scoring, or if nothing else, limit Philly to only scoring one.
Oh, almost there on sheet B. I think she was trying to run the yellow back into the red.
They needed a couple angles to work out for them, and they got
a piece of it.
just off by a few degrees and knock their own yellow to the back of the house. Sheet C, Philly with another draw that goes a little too heavy and slides out the back.
Looks like on sheet C, she's going to go for the hit. So the tick rule doesn't apply at this point because it's
We're past the first 5
past
rocks.
the first 5 rocks.
You can hit whatever you want now. This is Skip Freya's first stone. We're also on the Skips rocks on sheet B. Henrik Carlson throwing. He's trying to draw another rock into the house. Will it get there? No, but it ends as a nice guard.
They're sitting
Blocks the
4.
easy hit on their rock that's in the 4-foot.
They are sitting 4.
Yeah, they have 4 in the house.
Here goes Freya. Nice strong throw.
She's
Gets
going
the hit
to
easily.
hit the red out. Her own rock is going to stick around. Still a guard there, but now it's her guard instead of theirs.
So will they come back with the same
They
strategy?
will try and draw around it. They need to put a rock in the house if they're going to score.
So first of 2 final rocks for the skip of Quesadilla. It looks like they're discussing what they might want to do. And again, a reminder, they just need to get 1 closest. So yes, with all the red there from Team Carlson, all they need is 1, however, to get closer. It looks like she's going to try and draw in behind that red guard on sheet B. Yellow has hammer on this one, so this is first of 2 shots for them. They'll have the final throw in this end.
Sheet C, the draw attempt by yellow, comes up a little short. They were sweeping furiously at the end, but didn't get it to the house.
Here she goes with her first throw on sheet B. It's a little heavy. Got a curl, but it has to miss that guard.
Will it
Just
stop?
missed it.
Nope, it's going to slide through.
So she has 1 more. Was the first one. Sometimes it's easier to gauge your shot, throw 1. You learn from it. You can throw the second one, and the second one gets better.
On sheet C, this is Red's last rock of the end. They're going to try and clear both of those guards with 1 rock. Oh, got the red out of the way, but chipped the yellow. Just bumps the yellow back. Still not in the house, though, so Philly Dream Team coming up for their last shot.
Can they get 2? What would you do to get 2 here?
There is a shot to get 2. If you just rub the side of that yellow rock,
And roll it in.
you can tap the yellow rock in and have the rock you just threw also slow down and land in the house. Very difficult shot to do.
What weight are you throwing that one?
Just
Draw?
T-line weight.
See what he can do.
Maybe not even that. Looks like he's just trying to do the simple draw into the house to get 1.
Will it get there? It's a good guard
Should see,
weight.
it looks like Carlson's put another rock into the house, into the 4-foot.
go. Is
Will
he gonna
Philly
get
get
it?
there? They're not going to get around, but they are going to tap their own
All right.
rock in
They
to
got
score
one.
one.
All right, and so then we have the final rock on sheet B. Guess maybe this time she's going to try and come the other direction and draw in. It's a really difficult shot because Carlson already has two. She basically has to get it.
She has to get
On
it
the center.
inside of that.
It's
almost
really,
has to touch the
really,
center
really
button.
hard shot.
But she doesn't really have a shot coming around from the left anymore. She would have to throw. She can't draw in from the left because it wouldn't be enough force to knock both of those out of the way. And she can't get a clean hit on them because of that guard on the left side. That red guard up there on the top left prevents the hit. So what she's left with is trying to make the draw from the right. Trying to get it fully into the red, plus an inch or so to outcount those two reds for Carlson.
Well, I think I can watch sheet C in a second because sheet B definitely has my attention. See if she can get this shot. It's a really hard shot. Let's see what she can do. All right, the rock's away. Looks pretty good. Need to hold the line.
Now
Is
they're
it
starting to
enough?
sweep.
Might
No, it
not
looks like
have
it's too
enough.
light. It's not enough power to get it the whole way to the house.
Oh. Good attempt.
So that is Carlson with 5, I believe.
That's 5. And if they're going to end it on the handshake.
They're going to shake hands.
Oh.
Are they? Or are they just discussing
They just
whether they are going
decided
to
they
or
want
not?
to do another one
They
for
just-
fun.
They decide
actually.
they're going to throw.
Yep.
They're going to go again.
For
All right.
fun.
Well, over on sheet C, we're now in the 6th end. Philly Dream Team did get one more point on the board in the last end.
There is a
They threw first. They put a nice guard up with their first rock. Here comes their second rock from their lead.
and
That's going to be a nice guard
Yeah.
also. A pair of nice guards to start
Wow.
out.
Great start.
They knocked their first guard a little bit off to the side. Opens up the center a little bit.
I can't quite tell what's happening on sheet B. I think we've officially ended it, but for fun, we're gonna
They're going to
maybe
take some
keep
practice.
going. That's what I love about curling. It's a great team spirit all around. Also, big height differential between half of Team B and the other half of. Ooh, right between their guards on
Everybody giving the
sheet
field
C.
goal sign
Yeah.
right through the uprights. We've all done it. We've all had the good sense of humor to make fun of ourselves for it with the field goal sign.
Here we go with the third rock, Philly Dream Team. They have 5 they've got to make up here. And we have seen ends with 5s and 4s tonight. It's not impossible to put a lot of points up in one end. That one is a little heavy. It's not
Make
sticking
it, yep.
around.
Slides through. For people watching the A and D stream, Team Davis on sheet D has scored in the 5th end. They're on the scoreboard with a point now.
Oh, sheet B. There's no handle on this rock.
No handle means they didn't put any spin on the rock as they released it.
And so what happens when you do that?
Well, if you think about baseball, almost every shot in curling is like a curveball. You spin the rock as you release it out of your hand. And so it'll go straight for most of the way down the house, most of the way down the sheet, and then it'll curl in at the end. If you don't put any spin on the rock, it's like throwing a knuckleball in baseball, and the rock can float wherever it wants to go.
So
it can go to the left, it can go to the right, it can veer around. You really have no control over where the rock's going if you don't give it any spin as you release.
So we'll call out no handle. And that tells us that we really don't know how that rock's going to behave, but it's not going to do what we want.
In fact, the rock can start spinning the opposite direction if you didn't give it a handle.
Which I've heard. Opposite handle, right?
Or reverse
handle, right? So if you're just watching now, sheet C.
Philly's got one guard, and they've put one into the back of the house.
Still took away their first. They got that field goal the first time, but the second time they got the hit that they were looking for to.
Right. After the fifth rock at the end, you can start hitting the opposition's guards out of play.
Like she's going to do it again. She wants the second
she's
one
going
out
to
of
try
the
and hit the. It looks like she gave the signal that she's going to try and hit the guard and run it straight back into the rock that they just put in the house.
So she's watching the line.
Just a light sweep to hold the line.
Oh, it's a little bit off.
Well, they'll chip the guard out of the way.
So that's a good example of a plan A, plan B. Good plan A would have been to take both. Plan B is you get at least one of them out of the way. If you are paying attention, it looks like sheet A.
Looks like red has maybe scored 2 over on sheet A.
And lots of joyful faces over there on sheet A. Now on C, we've got one in the house for the Philly Dream Team, and it looks like she's going to try and get the other one out as well. With 8 on the board.
There's no need to score more points.
They're not really having to defend anything, so they're not going to put up any guards.
Prevent Philly from getting any in the house themselves.
Looks good. And she's got it.
And hits it right on the nose so that the red sticks around. So now Philly has the choice if they want to try and draw their own in or hit. He's lining up the broom for the hit, though. They're going to try and do the same thing, I think. Try and hit red's rock out the back and leave their own yellow rock sitting in the rings.
Looks a little heavy. It's going to stick around. It looks like it's going to be right on the nose.
Yep, it's going to hit the side.
Oh.
And slide off the side and out of bounds. So now an empty house for Team Steele.
You may see over on sheet C, she's just cleaning off the bottom of the rock and cleaning off the ice in front. Can you tell them why maybe they're doing that before they throw the rock.
As you throw the rocks, they can pick up a little bit of debris on the bottoms of them. Could be a little bit of frost from the ice, could be a little bit of hair or a little tiny fleck of rubber off somebody's shoe. It's a good practice to clean off the bottom of your rock before you throw it, just to make sure there's nothing sticky on the bottom of it that might affect the curl. Over on C, Team Steele, their rock just went through the house. May have been intentional. They may not want anything in the house.
If they have something in the house, then the other team could.
The other team has a target to hit.
And stick around.
Or a target to freeze to. Come down and sit their rock right next to the red and make it hard to remove.
So you're allowed to intentionally throw it.
Yeah, you can intentionally throw it through.
It's like in baseball. You can walk a runner. Want somebody, a heavy hitter,
his first rock. He's just going to try and draw one into the house.
And looks like he's going to get it.
He's going to get it.
Yep, right on it.
And then the strategy for Team Steele will be to just trade hits and limit Philly to one if they can.
Just joining us, we are commenting on sheet B and C. Looks like Team B is doing one final end. There was a handshake.
Might be just for fun. They didn't hang the score.
And then, yeah, like a good handshake, and then let's play one more round for fun. Sheet C is on the end of 6.
Games are scheduled for 8 ends, but teams can choose to end the game early if the score is too big to catch up.
Or if somebody's ready for snacks or naps. I've seen that. Sometimes.
Freya makes the hit on C. Clean house again. And this will be the last rock of the end for Philly Dream Team. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, last rock for Philly. Team Steele has hammer now. They'll have the last rock of the end.
Philly with a guard that would have been great in the beginning of the game.
I didn't quite go far enough to get the draw, so now red has a chance to draw for one. Or they could choose to throw through and score 0 and keep the hammer.
So that is a strategy then, to do that. Although they do have 8.
At this point in the game, it probably doesn't matter either way which one she goes with. Given the placement of the broom, it looks like she is going for draw for one. Although the sweepers are on it early, it might be a little bit light.
Yep, it's light.
It's a lot light. It's not going to make it. Blank end. We did have an exciting weekend last week here at Potomac Curling Club. We had 2018 gold medalist John Landsteiner come and give a clinic. He did a clinic for all the youth players in our program in the morning, and then a clinic for some of the adult players in the afternoon. And then he hung out here at the club and talked to people and signed autographs and took pictures. He was still here. We had a late game Sunday night. He was still here just hanging out, broom stacking with some of the teams. I know he signed a jersey and signed a broom and left it here for us.
The raffle. For
a raffle tonight. Just the clinics themselves raised a lot of money. We have a fundraising campaign going on right now to do some renovations here at the curling club, try to get a concrete floor and make some modifications to the wall at the warm room.
Yeah, we got a handshake on sheet C.
Yep, handshakes on sheet C.
Team Still wins tonight's match, 8-3 against Philly. So the final score for sheet C is 8-3.
Our games on sheets A and D still going. Again, sheet A is our developmental program here. Younger curlers here from Potomac Curling Club. Many of them playing in their first ever Bonspiel.
So
They're
exciting.
having fun over there. They're very excited every time they make a good shot.
And a little cold. I've seen some.
There's a lot of jumping up and down, and yes.
Trying to stay warm. They're smaller. They don't have as much meat on their bones, but they have a better center of gravity, I think. They're closer to the ground.
They're closer to the ice. And the game on sheet D between Davis and Sigma Moggers is still going on. Sigma Moggers has a big lead and has 4 rocks in the house. We're up to Skipjack Davis's rocks. He's looking for a way to get at least 1 rock into the center of those and hang another point on the board.
I like their pants. What are the pants?
The pants are actually Captain America shields, but from a distance, they do sort of look like curling houses.
They do.
A lot of teams go with jerseys matching shirts. They have decided to go with matching pants instead.
You know, up close, they look like the button. I didn't think Captain America till you said that, but far away, they sort of look like the Target emblem. Also, hard to tell.
So over on sheet C, the game is over, but after the game, after the first games, each team is going to take a turn trying to throw one as closest to the button as they can. And we've got our adult coaches out there. They're going to measure this with the laser rangefinder.
Ooh, that's the best part.
And their scores on this, how close they get to the button, is going to be used later in the tournament as a tiebreaker. So you want to get these as close to the button as you can. This measurement becomes a tiebreaker for later.
For the team?
Yes. So if 2 teams end tied in the standings, it could be the difference of who goes to the A final versus who goes to the B event.
You can't see this at home, but there is a laser that is showing up on the rock, so it's going to give him the distance from the button to the rock precisely. Seems like everybody out there tonight is having a really good time. It's a great way to meet kids from all over the area.
And over on sheet C, on sheet D, they're shaking hands. on sheet C, rocks do have to make it to the house to count
Yeah.
for
Is it just
the draw shot.
anyone on the team can throw it?
Generally, it's the skips that are going to throw it. Depending on the tournament, the rules might allow somebody else on the team to throw.
Does that happen at adult Bonspiels as well?
Yes, yes, we do that at all Bonspiels. Each skip gets 2 chances.
There, right on that rock. They're having different team members take turns throwing to the button. So it looks like all of our games except for the game on sheet A are done. They're cleaning up rocks on sheet B. Sheets B and D are getting ready for their draw shots. The developmental teams on sheet A still having fun in their game. If you're joining us tomorrow, we have more action first thing in the morning.
Yes, next games will be 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then 1 p.m., 5 p.m. tomorrow. 3 games up tomorrow.
Final awards presentation is 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. So be sure to tune in throughout the weekend. You can visit the website,
curldc.org.
and it will go through the schedule. And a reminder to tune in. This is not the last game for any of these teams. Each team will be playing several games throughout the weekend. And ultimately, we will have some great prizes and awards. All the teams that are playing are rewarded. There are some really wonderful, generous donations from other Potomac curlers who have donated desserts and time volunteering in the kitchen and prizes. It should be a really great weekend for all of the kids here.
Yes, this Potomac Curling Club is an all-volunteer club. There's a lot of volunteers working here to make this happen this weekend.
Including us.
Including us.
Hopefully they don't fire us.
If they don't fire us, we'll be back tomorrow to do some afternoon games.
Thanks for joining us, though. We hope you all have a great night.
And tune in tomorrow for the next set of games. We'll keep the game on sheet A is still running. We'll keep that one going. Sheet B is now doing their draw shots. Last game that's still going on sheet A, Potomac 2 versus the Spooky Sweepers. That was the last rock for yellow. Looks like the red has scored at least one. They're trying to decide if red has two or if that yellow rock is out counting. And we have one of the coaches coming down the ice to help them figure it out. Looks like Shearer going to play one more end. We're going to sign off the sheet B and C stream. They're still wrapping up the draw shot measurements. And if you're watching the A and D stream, we'll stick with it through the end of the game. Thanks for joining us on BC. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, we have one game still going over on sheet A between Potomac 2 and the Spooky Sweepers in our developmental bracket. These are all younger curlers from here at Potomac Curling Club. Some of them in their first Bonspiels.
Well, we finally have a rockaway. There's one.
Spooky Sweepers on yellow. We'll have hammer for this end. Potomac 2 throwing the first rock. Potomac 2 is skipped by Simon Shearer. Spooky Sweepers skipped by Evan Freedman.
All right, second rock. Here we go. Yellows lead. You're hearing applause. You may be hearing people coming in from the ice from other games. Got a nice guard.
Guards over the line, Sweepers trying to pull it as far as they can down. That'll be a nice corner guard over on the side.
How many rocks do they have left here on yellow?
Those are the first rocks for both teams. And this is a 6-end game, so this is their last end.
And they're down by?
They're down by 7.
Can they catch up?
Technically, yes.
Do you think
if this was one of the competitive games, they probably would have ended. They probably would have shaken hands. But it's the developmental bracket. The whole point of this is to gain experience in a Bonspiel.
Yeah.
Get a practice game in.
Do you think they've done the math?
They may not have actually thought about that. I think they just want to play. Sometimes these kids, especially the ones who are doing their first Bonspiel, they've never gotten to play in a Bonspiel before. They don't get to play full games like this in practice every week.
Oh no!
They're going to take this opportunity to get all 6 ends in, get as much ice time as they can here tonight, regardless of the score.
They're pumped. They're
having fun over there.
We
haven't talked much about this game all evening, but they've been having fun jumping up and down for good shots, cheering, trying to stay warm.
They're having a blast. Oh, here we go. Second throw for Spooky Sweepers. Trying to get one into the house now. They have a guard. They're going to let it go. Oh, very nice.
Looks like it's just going to touch,
right.
just going to go into the 12-foot. It's behind cover of that guard that they put down with their first rock.
I mean, they didn't give up in that hockey team. Miracle, yeah? I'm not giving up on them. Do you think they came up with their name before Halloween?
They may have.
I think they have to register ahead of Halloween.
Yes, they were all here last weekend, the day after Halloween, hanging out together, maybe talking about what they wanted their team names to be.
All right, here we go. It's a good throw from
Red's third rock from their second.
Calling sweep all the way. Get it across the hog line.
Sweepers working hard.
Got a nice guard.
Bumps the yellow and stops. Now there's 2 guards over on the right side of the ice. Spooky Sweepers going to try and put another rock over there.
Here we go.
On that side of the house. Here comes the draw.
That may have been a different.
It's coming a little fast and it's heading for the sideline.
Might go out.
Yep, out of bounds.
Little extra push there at the end.
Trying to make sure this rock gets down there, although the sweepers are running after it pretty fast. This one may be a little too much.
Maybe through. Like you said, it's subtly different, right?
A little too much. Goes through the house.
Just so much enthusiasm out there at this time of night from the youngest players here tonight.
Might be bedtime for some of them.
I think it is.
I think they've all loaded up on plenty of sugar before the game.
I think we have another fast. Wait, I think our
No,
handle
this one's slowing down. I think it may have lost its handle.
I think it reversed handle.
It's sliding off towards the far sideline now.
No, we can't stop
Will
rocks.
it stay in bounds? It stays in bounds, does not touch the wall.
Oh my gosh. Style points. Just the best team spirit out there right now. This is the Vice's first rock of 2. Got a nice line. Got to get it across the hog line. Got to sweep.
It's across.
Got to sweep. All right. Great guard.
Stop right on the center line. Just past the center line.
Some really good sweeping.
Yellow's going to try and draw into the house again. They need to get a couple more rocks in there. Here comes their Vice's first rock.
Make it around that red guard.
Sweepers on it, trying to get it around the guard, and it's going to crash into the guard.
Got a nice wall of guards happening out there. See if their Vice can get around it. If you're watching, these are the last 6 rocks of first day of the Junior Bonspiel here. This is our developmental league. They are playing their final end of 6. This is throw number 2, the Vice for Potomac 2, who is currently up by 7. We're not doing the math though.
Sweepers on it.
Get past it.
It's past the guard. Oh, just ticks the guard.
Just touches it. Stays in bounds though. Opens up that pathway a little bit. Final throw for the Vice for Spooky Sweepers. Will the developmental league also play again this weekend?
Yes, they play again tomorrow, 9 a.m. and 5 p.m.
This group plays at 9 a.m. Amazing. Oh, no. Oh, are we going to try and run one back here? Oh, we're sleeping. Let's try to get the roll. And
it's another guard.
Right. Final 2 rocks.
Skips rocks. End of the game coming up.
Now they have been out longer than teams that are finished. The older kids are finished. These guys are troopers. They've been out, came out with everybody else in there, still playing. Full of energy.
Potomac 2's Vice, Natalie Zinn, setting up the broom for Simon Shearer's first rock. Spooky Sweepers yellow have hammer. That means they'll get the last rock at the end. They've got the last shot at this to score.
Good speed. Yelling,
It's
let
starting
it
to
curl.
move.
It's starting to
Oh
move.
no, it's going to move. It's going to come into
Oh.
the pile.
Oh
And
no,
it's gonna land in the
gonna
pile.
jam that up too. So now we've got a wall
Another
of
guard.
guards. So what would you do in this situation?
Well, if I'm yellow, there's a very open draw path up the left side of the ice to get another rock in the house behind that wall of guards. If I was yellow, I would try and draw right down to the button.
Looks like that's what he's trying.
Maybe
got a little
I'd
more
want to
speed
land
on
a
it
little
than
bit
the
to the
others.
right side of the center line to
Can
be
he
undercover.
Do it. Can
It's
he
coming
do it?
in. Will it get through the
I
hole?
don't think so.
No, it's going to crash into the guards.
Oh,
No, it's
whoa,
going
whoa,
past the
whoa.
guards the other way,
Oh.
but not enough power to make it the whole way to the house.
We do have one yellow in the house.
Well, yellow is
One
scoring
yellow
one
in the
currently.
Final two rocks here.
That one yellow rock all the way out at the edge of the 12-foot circle, but it's the closest to the button, so that's the scoring rock at the moment. Last rock coming up for red, and Simon Shearer, the skip.
Right, here we go. Final rock for Potomac 2.
Looks pretty heavy.
Chasing after it, so you know what they're running. It's a faster rock. He's going to run it into his red.
And it's going to run into the pile. Oh, it's going to knock the yellow back accidentally.
Unexpected result.
That'll give yellow
That's
2 in the house.
2 for
And yellow has the last shot of the end. So
And
yellow,
they
if they
still-
can make the draw through that hole,
They
they
still
have a chance for 3.
right? There's a lot of yelling going on. I think that's what she's hoping he does.
They're excited. They know they have a chance at this.
I have a feeling there are going to be some loud cheers. When
Spooky Sweepers Vice, Daria Mulvey lining up the broom all the way on the edge of the 12-foot out on the left. Evan Freedman's last shot. He's
There
got to
it
get
is.
through that hole, get his rock into the house and score
Can
3.
he do it? Ooh, it's wide. Oh.
Staying wide.
Stay wide.
Really needs to come around.
Needs to curl, needs to curl, needs to curl.
Is it going to run into the pile? Oh, yes, runs into the pile.
And that's the game, friends.
That's the last rock.
That
2
is
more
the
for
last
yellow.
rock. That is the end of all 4 games on our stream.
Thanks for joining us. Games start again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I'm Mike Steele.
I'm Lara Weiss.
We won't be here at 9 a.m., but we'll be back tomorrow afternoon to do a couple more games. Thanks for joining us at the Potomac Junior Bonspiel. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.